Righto.
Righto.
G'day Brew Tubers.
G'day all.
I'm Daniel.
I'm Simon. Today we're going to be doing a pale ale style, nicknamed Mirror Pond, with our first pressure fermentation. Stick around.
Cue the music. Yeah, pretty happy with this crusher. I have increased the speed of the drill. I was being really slow, but it took a long time, and it was coarser particles. All I did was just increase the speed of the drill on the grain mill, and yeah, happy with this. Righto, so here we are. It's Isolation Brew number two. Talk us through it, Chunks.
Yes, well, today we're putting down a nice little pale ale dubbed as a Mirror Pond. As usual, our usual batch size. This will have OG 53, FG 15, 40 IBUs, 10 on the SRM, a lighter style, and ABV of around 5. We're not going to take the full credit for this one, but
yes. Okay, we're 3/4 of the way through the mash. You can see it's a lot darker actually on the camera than what it actually is, but it would be the darkest pale ale that I've done. Quite looking forward to it. Awesome smell. So today we're going to use the, what do they call it? Snub nose. This is the Keg King Fermentosaurus snub nose. First batch that I'm going to use it with. I did get a spunding valve as well for the top. It's the one with the floating ball for the pickup, so that when you pull it out, you'll pull the beer from the top as opposed to the bottom. So we'll see how that works. The big reason for getting it is because the fridge down the Series 4 is low. So in order to draw the beer out, you need to use some kind of, you can't just use a siphon, because it's the beer actually will be sitting lower than what the keg will be. So the big reason for using this actually is pressure transfer. So pressure transferring it out of the fermenter straight into the keg, and zero oxygen, or as zero as you can possibly make it. One of the reasons I was keen to do this for this particular beer, having this zero oxygen approach, is this is a darker pale ale, as you saw previously, and it's lower on the hops. A lot of my standard go-to pale ales are light on malt, light on colour, really smash with the hops. This one's going to be more of an English pale ale where the hop profile is somewhat subdued. And I have found that when I've done this style of beer in the past, that I have had oxidation. I didn't know what it was at the start, but going to Brew Club and sipping it and reflecting on it, I definitely think those beers had a level of oxidation. They did change, their flavour profile changed quite a bit from the start. I found almost all my beers actually, to be honest, do change over time, but this definitely was a process where it went from slightly hopped beer to very much a caramelly, and when they talk about that cardboard kind of flavour, when I think about it, I definitely think that's the issue with those particular beers. So I'm going to purge the keg completely with CO2. I'm going to pressure transfer from the fermenter into the keg with 0 oxygen, and we'll see how that goes. Righto, we're coming up to the boil. It's, as I normally like to have it, nice and high.
Yeah, nice and high.
Nice and high.
Have you got your spray gun ready to tamp it down?
Yes. Spray gun is ready.
Spray gun at the ready.
Spray gun at the ready. Yeah, I can't see the markings on the side. Brewfather's got it as per our normal 25 litre batches at 31.65 boil volume. It's yeah, I reckon we're bloody close. Yes. Shush. Yes.
Is she really coming up?
Yep, she's up alright.
Yeah, tap it down.
Come on. There you go.
Done. See, a bit of standing water, boils it off, beautiful.
Yep. You see that? Alright, Janice.
Yeah.
The boil, hang on a second, hang on. The boil is reached. We have a 60-minute addition of Cascade. Oh, I might take a gravity sample first, eh? Righto, and we're away.
This should be the another hop addition, 17 grams Cascade, boil at 30.
Boil at 30, 17.
Boil at 30, 17.
Nope.
For another 15 minutes. Then there'll be our last addition before our hop stand.
Righto.
I was saying, for our hop additions, we have now omitted the spider.
We have omitted the spider, yeah, I'm just
Yes.
yeah, just straight in.
For better or worse, and also in our fermentation, we have omitted the tea bag.
Yes.
And we just popping straight in.
Yes,
Right,
just
so
dump the dry hop
have we done
straight
a
in.
brew with both?
Yeah, well, this one here, this is our Great Pavement. Oh, this is our Mosaic Pale Ale. We do love hoppy beers, let's be frank.
Yep. But who doesn't?
Who doesn't? This here, like, I'm drinking this whole goddamn sample. That's how good it is. This, like, I can see the oil slick on top of the sample jar. I mean, that is sick. Righto. End of the boil. Hop stand time. And we're going to drop the temperature down. Oop. Probably to about 80 probably, but if it's a bit higher than that, no biggie. Okay, we've done a hop stand at, it was 87 degrees in the end. Just transferring it now. I did use the Whirlpool paddle. I did find that when I was sterilising the counterflow chiller, the flow rate was quite slow through the counterflow chiller, expected due to some hot blockage of the filter. Used the the paddle for the Whirlpool, and the flow rate through into the fermenter now is pretty good. You can see the hot cold break already. Okay, we're going in at 20. What can I say there? 22 degrees. I don't know whether it's because it's the first time we've used such a clear fermenter. There is a lot. It's either cold break. I'm assuming also there's a reasonable bit of hop matter that's coming over through the filter and into the fermenter. I've never quite seen it as much, and I'm assuming it's because I'm using a clear fermenter. It probably has always been the case with the white ones, I just haven't quite seen it. It would be interesting to see once all that falls out. Okay, as I went through earlier, I've decanted off. This is 500, probably more actually, 550 maybe, of the English ale yeast from the Elmeyer flask, and this is going to go in the fridge. I'll cap that off, and what I'll do for the next brew is I'll use this again to make the yeast starter. So you can see I've got a few other here. There's a WLPWA1. You can see the yeast at the bottom. So I'll decant off the top solution and then use the bottom to make a new yeast. And here's one. This is a Y yeast 1056. Again, you can see the yeast at the bottom. I'll use that to create the next starter. Go through the process again, create another jar, and use it, as I said earlier, I reckon 4 times before I go back to a fresh pack. So if the whirlpool has done its job, the hops will be in a clump. I've shown this a few other times, trying to get away from the smoke here. They definitely are to one side, and that has really helped the flow rate into the fermenter. Well, as I showed you earlier, you can certainly see the coal break. There's going to be a lot. I don't know whether this is, as I said before, just something I've never seen before because I've been looking at the white sided fermenter, but it's amazing, to be honest. And you can't see it because it's right on the line. We have 25, just over 25 litres. So I am very happy with this batch. We've hit our numbers the whole way. Righto, so we're going to put in some O2. I've got an O2 bottle here at the side. I'll just hook that up. Got the stone. Put it in the top here. I'll hold that. I'm going to set a timer. Sometimes you need more hands. Where's big chunks? Righto, we're going to set this for a minute. Let's start the gas.
Right. I'm just trolling at the FaceTime recording.
Oh, you know, there's one thing with this fermenter, and is the seal. The seal wants to fall in. What's your thoughts? It's sitting at 22 degrees. So I can either drop it down before I pitch, or just pitch now.
I've always thought that a bit lower words to come up to fermentation temperature is a lot better than the other way around.
Yeah, right. Righto. So I've given it the 1 minute O2 direct from the bottle.
Yep.
The wand.
Yes.
We'll now put it to bed, drop it down to say 19 before I pitch the yeast.
Yep, definitely, 100%.
Righto, here we are. We are chucking in. In goes the tilt. We have the yeast decanted off half of the top after I let the yeast settle. Righto, as I said earlier, using the spunding valve. This has the turn dial at the end to help set the pressure. I've set it at 5. We're going to leave it at 5 for the first part and just see how the pressure ferment goes. I've never used this before. Yeah, will be a bit of a learning experience for us all. Yeah, righto. So we put it to bed.
Yep.
It was, what was the name of it again?
Pond.
Moon Pond.
Moon pie.
Moon Pie? Pond Moon.
Clear pond.
Something Pond. Well, I think we call it Isolation Ale. We got Isolation Pills in the fridge, or this is Isolation Ale.
Mirror pond.
Mirror Pond.
Yeah, right?
Righto. That was it. We did also keg the Mosaic, the Great Pavement Pale. We'll do a review, but as we said in the clip, tasting pretty good. Sample is pretty good.
Yep.
Righto. Well, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe. We'll catch you next time.
Cheers.
Cheers.